Whoops. You know what? Look at that. I completely missed the intro.
It's all right. You know.
It's been it's been an eventful day. So
No
these
doubt.
things happen on eventful days. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm okay. It's entirely possible that I put the twins to bed, which means I end up lying on the floor in their room while they fall asleep. May have fallen asleep myself and woke up 15 minutes before we were supposed to go live. So I am
It's
not
possible that
as
happened.
I'm not as prepared
It might have been something. Okay. All
as
right. Well,
I
it's fine because this is the easy shit, right? So
right.
I mean, for the most part, it's pretty easy. So welcome everyone. Those of you who are out there. It's pretty quiet tonight, but welcome to those of you who are out there too. Oh yeah, Flavius Josephus, the first century Jewish historian, is here. May or may not have prepared with a power nap. That's what you did. That's what you did.
An unintentional
So
power nap.
yeah. So those are good. You need those. Welcome everyone to Kitty at Ibrit, where Josh and I read Hebrew text and nerd out about the language and talk about it. So it's nice to see. I've got this is fun now. I'm starting to understand just how fun this is. I'm starting to get some of my students coming into class and ready to work on the stuff that they're learning, which is pretty great. So good to see you,
You want,
Matt.
you want to hear something terrifying?
I do
It
want to hear
is.
something
It is.
terrifying.
It is possible today that I started contemplating maybe teaching biblical, like a New Testament Greek class.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is very, very
I just
scary.
I can't think, like, the whole time I would be going, all right, yes, I have taken 6 years of graduate level Greek. I've taught this language before, but it's not my field of expertise. Just want to let you know it's not my field of expertise. The whole time I feel like that's what I'd be doing. So
Wow.
uh,
Oh, so my Hebrew student Matt is in. So
oh, nice.
yeah. I've never taught Greek. No, never have. So I will leave that to the experts.
Yes. Apparently I won't.
For once, Josh will move out of his area of expertise intentionally. So sometimes it's good. So, but listen, it's been an eventful week. Couple weeks. So, but literally, like the last week though has been kind of crazy. Um, had Dr. David Carr on to talk about
Boy, I'm glad you
formation
said
tense.
car.
Are you glad I said Carr?
Dr. David Carr.
What did
As
I
opposed to
what am I
as
missing?
opposed to
I'm sorry.
as opposed to
Oh.
another
Oh, right.
doctor.
Oh, I the other guy. Yeah, it's
He's
very
next
really
week.
it was a big
There's the smoking gun.
oh my god.
Ah!
So I tell you though, I mean things could get interesting here shortly. I think I showed you somebody has actually sent him a super chat for his live show tomorrow about us. So we'll see what's up. But so yes, Dr. David Carr was on my show. Had an amazing conversation. I was sad that you missed it. But yeah, it was very good. And then I had on Aaron Thompson yesterday and had another amazing conversation. So it's exciting. Things are exciting. I am, showing the world just how much I have to learn when it comes to running interviews, because like there's a skill here, and this is new, and I don't, it's I am not Derek Lampert. So
Hey, I'm
but how many
married
of
to
us are?
Megan, so like
Right, yes.
I have this like the impossible model set before me all the time. Like there's no way to
Yeah,
measure
right.
up to that
That's
interview skill.
an impossible standard to meet there, isn't it? So, mm. All right. Well, we should do some reading, I guess.
Let's get it.
We are just to bring everyone up to speed on what happens here. This is every 2 weeks. Josh and I sit down for an hour, and we read some Hebrew text. We alternate each reading a verse in Hebrew, and we will translate. We'll parse the verbs for y'all, and maybe offer some comments about some of the interesting features of syntax, or other interesting bits from the text. So Vadim actually sent in a super chat, Josh, because he wants to watch me sip this with the pinky out,
I
right?
tell you, it is ironically intimidating watching you drink from that teacup. There's something about it, the combination. It's like you almost get the idea like, pull up, motherfucker.
Wow. That is not what I was going for. But I am glad it's there. I just I've got all this. What the truth of the matter is that when my grandmother passed away, we inherited like a ton of china. And what the hell do you do with china? I don't know what to do with it. But I got this very nice teapot, and I got some very nice cups and saucers. So listen, I'm interested in using shit that I have. So here I am. But
Benzion
pinkies
Hatikva
out.
to you as well. Hatikva.
Hatikva.
Hatikva to you all.
Yes. Thank you, Benzion, for your
All three of those words. Hatikva.
Beautiful. Yes. It's very nice to see you here. All right. Who's going? Shall I go, or do you want to go?
I can start.
Okay.
I might regret that here.
It is we're still in the oracle here. So
Let's see.
everything is not as it seems.
That is true. All right. Hen'am kilavi yakum. The Ka'ari, I will never, ever be able to forget this form, Ka'ari. Saw another video today about Jesus in Psalm 22. So,
did you another one? A new one? Yeah. Really?
Yeah. This one probably had all of 35 views. So,
right. Did they cite me in it?
I mean, obviously. Gosh. V'cha'ari yit nasa lo yishkav ad yochal teref v'dam chalalim yishteh. So, sorry, I'm trying to think of how to put Hine here. Let's just say it simply for now. Here is a people rising like a lioness.
Yeah.
And like a lion lifting itself up, raising itself up.
Mhm. Probably like on its hind legs,
Oh,
right? That's what I'm thinking.
that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
It shall not lie down. It will not lie down until it eats torn something like prey, or it's another word for prey. So teref. Well, I'll talk about it in a minute, I guess. And the blood of slain ones it drinks. So it's not going to lie down until it eats prey or it drinks
and drinks all the blood.
Its victims. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yakum. So these are all they're all imperfects, but as people can hear, I'm translating them like as sort of nomics, maybe like just a present tense, but sort of in a nomic isn't the right way to say that. If I think about it for a minute, I'll come up with something better. But anyway, this is a cal imperfect. Third masculine singular from kum, the middle week. So yakum. Yitnasa, the nice thing about the hit pile forms is they get that big hit or yit up front. And then they end up looking an awful lot like a PL. So the doubled middle radical. I suspect this is yet not nasa with patach in its normal form, but here because it's in pause, get the lengthened. Well, no, the Aleph may just draw it all the time like that. But anyway, there's a hit pile, imperfect, they're masculine singular from nasa to NASA to lift up.
To lift up. It's that's how we know that NASA's a satanic hoax, right?
Well, I mean, I've always said this, and I don't know that I've ever actually looked at the
Vishanti, did you just ban that poor guy? I'm here for it. But I think this is a first that someone has been hammered on one of our Hebrew reading series. Oh yeah, look at this. This is the Israeli national airline plane.
El Al.
El Al.
Two on
up.
Two. Yeah. They have to get to their cruising altitude, and then they stay on.
Oh, see, I always just I just interpreted as two up. So it was, just that's where we're going.
That's where we're going. That's how you know.
That's how you know. But I sorry, I have to say a couple things. Yes, Metalhead Scholar drinks tea daintily. I'm only bringing this up because Vishanti is still recovering from the Meshuggah concert last night. And this is barrel strength Earl Grey, Hank. Sorry, Hayden. And it's good to see. It is tea. It is not the blood of the slain. And it's also good to see Riley here as well from my Hebrew class. So awesome sauce. Good stuff, guys. Did we do Oh, that we did yitnasa. Sorry, we didn't
Yeah,
do
no,
the other verbs.
yeah, that's all right. So lo yishkav, so cal imperfect, they're masculine singular from shachav, to lie down. Yochal, so this is another cal imperfect. The forms of the first aleph are ochal, tochal, tochli, yochal, and so on. So this is just the third masculine singular from achal. So yeah, the chalalim is just a plural adjective, but yishted is the third hey. So cal imperfect, third masculine singular from shata. So eshte, tishte, tishti, yishte. So good. I mean, good imperfect forms.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice.
So
sweet. Excellent. Yeah. I guess I'll just move on to verse 25 here.
Sounds good.
Boy. Okay. Excuse me. The chat, I have a feeling, is going to be distracting tonight. Vayomer Balak. Vayomer Balak el Bilam Gam Kov lo Tikavenu Gam Barek lo Tibarachenu. So
Nice, easy forms to pronounce tonight.
yeah, right. There's some interesting constructions in this clause, though. So Balak said to Balaam, and it's literally it's like hold on, let me pull up how because I want to make sure I do this.
Should we use this as a moment to teach people how to use the dictionary? Should you want me to pull up Hollow? Because
yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that could be useful.
Yeah, that's probably good. So and it's and I think in terms of what he's actually doing and what he's saying here requires some thought and some nuance.
Yeah.
But it's yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. Are you looking for gum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought that would be because it's one of these things. It's like it's a word that like if you're learning Hebrew, you're like, oh, I know gum, and then you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Why is it here? What is it doing here? So yeah, this is that's useful.
Sorry, it is like taking so long to scroll. So I'll just say this, and then just so that you don't have to try to coordinate it with me. Words like this, they're going to give you all kinds of different usages. Notice they're all numbered here out, emphasizing. But what we want to do is if you look at the line, it's got gam and then gam again, and so that might be a clue. Maybe I should be looking at a construction that has like gam.
Right. Yeah.
So
lots of times these words connect to recurrences of the same words.
Sorry, let's see. So I mean, you can just see, but then you get down here, gam. Yeah. So both and.
Yeah.
It stresses in contrast, whereas, so also, neither nor. So then what you do in these circumstances. Oh yeah, right. There you go.
Ours right there.
So then it's like in these contexts, if it doesn't list it out like this, you just kind of go, all right, do any of these like make sense in this context? So sorry, Kipp.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean within this kind of a construction, it does still sound strange, right? Because he's basically saying neither have you cursed him, nor have you blessed him. On the basis of, or nor will you bless him. Because those are both imperfects, right? Yeah. So neither will you curse him, nor will you bless him. So it's I think it's good to point out here too, right? We've got so cove is marked as an infinitive absolute, but it looks like an infinitive construct, right? And I think because the infinitive absolute for kavav would be is it kovov, I think.
I'd have to look.
I think it is. For the geminates.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
But this is exactly what the infinitive construct looks like. For this too. But I think because barech is clearly an infinitive absolute, we're treating cove as if it's also an infinitive absolute in the same identical construction. And we've seen these sorts of things before, right? Where infinitive absolutes accompanying a finite verb in succession like that of the same root always provides this emphatic sort of instruction, this emphatic inflection. Here each instance is separated from the other occurrence by the negative particle, so it looks a little odd, but I think it's providing the same it's the same thing that's happening here, that these are emphatic expressions. But what does he mean by this? Neither will you curse him, nor will you bless him. Is he being sarcastic? Is this an expression of exasperation? Yeah, I don't know.
So
It's probably like a colloquial thing that we don't have access to.
I took these as like imperatives, the general prohibitions. So
Okay.
neither bless him, or neither curse him nor bless him.
So how, but like, and then, but what's the,
So it would be like
sense of that
it
too?
would be
Like, is that sarcasm, or?
it would be like if you ask somebody to I don't know, sorry, I'm trying to think of a good comparison. Like if you ask somebody to make you eggs or something. Yeah, there you go. That, like, mothers or fathers on Mother's Day or Father's Day, get like breakfast in bed. And it, you get like the really, really burnt toast and the overcooked eggs or something. And you would just say like, oh my God, just don't even make breakfast for me. So if you like it,
Oh yeah.
I suspect that's probably, look, just don't do either. If you're not going to do,
you're not helping. It's just not
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's a good way to say it. You're not helping.
You're not helping.
What the heck are you even doing?
And Hypatia says that breakfast in bed sounds great. So, so good. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
so
I don't know. I haven't.
I like that though. I think that works. That sounds pretty good to me. So, but the verbs, Vyomer, we know, Cal, imperfect third masculine singular with a vav consecutive. Kov, as I mentioned, it sure looks like an infinitive construct from kavav. It's a Cal. Tikavenu is a cal imperfect second masculine singular from kavav with the object suffix and the helping letter noon, third masculine singular suffix. And then we've got
like that.
we've got borek, which is a PL infinitive construct. Oh, actually, I think that might be a cal infinitive construct. Is it? No, I have to look.
All right. No, I think you're right. It's
It,
PL. And I think it's
so.
I think it's you said it the first time. Infinitive absolute, I think is probably what that is.
That's an infinitive absolute. Yes. Sorry. I meant to say that, and I'm in the wrong text. So, but anyways, it doesn't matter. And then Tibarakhanu is a PL imperfect second masculine singular with the third masculine singular pronominal suffix and the helping noon. So yeah, that's
And
the
this might
verbs.
be a good example, to take everybody back. So if you daber would be like your form, but for the PL. But if you have a middle radical, that won't take that dagish,
That is.
then you get this open unaccented syllable with a short vowel, which it doesn't like.
Don't like
It
those.
lengthens.
Gotta
Don't
lengthen
like
the
that.
vowel.
So
Yeah.
barech.
Very nice.
That was a tough
So
one.
pay attention, kids. So
It all makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does. It
It's the
really
nice
does.
thing about it.
So yeah. All right.
All right. 26. Nice job. That was an unfun one. I'm glad I went first. I'm definitely glad I went first now with this one. It's like we've moved on to the easier stuff. Vaya'an bil'am vayomer el balak halo dibarti elecha lemor kol asher yedaber Yahweh oto e'aseh. Then Bilam answered and said to Balak, "Didn't I tell you? Didn't I speak to you, saying everything that Yahweh says to me, that I will do?" And probably here this. So this is interesting. So davar, if you look at how davar functions in context, particularly when it's coming from a deity, it can have a nuance. Like the word davar itself can be a command. Obviously, we know that from the big commandments, right? So a lot of times, if you read through like Leviticus, not that I've been reading through Leviticus a lot of late,
not at all.
but when it says like, and Yahweh spoke to Moses, so we translate it that way. A lot of times there isn't this other word sava, right? Sive. It doesn't say that he commanded, or tiva. It doesn't say that he commanded him. It says that he said to him. But oftentimes, as you're translating, you'll be like, "Boy, I really feel like I should be saying command." So here, notice that he says, "Whatever he says, I'll do that." And the idea here, whatever he speaks, that I will do. It sort of has this implication of like whatever he commands. So it's good to pay attention, I guess, to that bit of subtlety. But so vaya'an, this is kal vav consecutive imperfect, third masculine singular from ana. Notice it's a third hey. So when you have the vav consecutive imperfect form, the accent shifts back toward the vav prefix or the vav addition, and that pops the third hey off or makes it disappear, however you think about it. So that's from ana. Here we have halo. So notice the hey plus the composite shava here. indicating an interrogative. So this looks like it's the definite article, but of course, even if this were just, hey, patach, that you would still look at this and be like, the not, that doesn't make any sense. So it would sort of tip you off that it's making a question, starting a question. Dibarti, very beautiful PL form here.
It's
So
a perfect
perfect.
PL.
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect PL. Nice. First common singular from Davar. Doubled middle radical. It's very pretty. Let's see. Yedaber, another really nice PL. Notice the double middle radical and the vocal schwa under the prefix. It's like stereotypical PL, imperfect, third masculine singular from Davar. And then said, these are the first gutturals, Aleph and Chet. I think. I mean, the first hey will do it too. But this sort of
Mm-hmm.
is it's like the stereotypical, or I gotta come up with a better term. So to start off with this first Aleph, so se, ta'ase, ta'asi, ya'ase, ta'ase, na'ase, and so on. So this is just a Callan perfect first common singular from asa. And there you go. And this is probably fronted, this oto, the third masculine singular object suffix, definite direct object marker. It's probably fronted here. So it, I will do. And only that is sort of the idea.
Yeah. And this works this actually works really well in English too, though. That shall I do, right?
Yeah.
So it's,
That's a good point.
All right.
Awesome.
I think Chuck has asked a question. I'm going to save that one. All right, verse 27. Vayomer Balak el Bilam lekana ekachan ka el makom.
That's an awful word to pronounce.
So I just stumbled my way through it.
No, they'll get
That
it.
was totally on purpose.
No, that was good. You hit it.
Ekachaka.
Yeah, that's it.
El makom aher ulai.
My favorite word in the whole Hebrew language.
I think it's
ulai.
Ulai.
I don't know why.
Ulai yishar be'enei ha'elohim v'kavoto li misham.
Nice.
So Balak said to Balaam, go now, or come now. Let me take you to the place, to another place, perhaps, maybe.
It's all a journey.
Shoot, yes, sir.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe this would be pleasing in the eyes of and I'm gonna say the gods here, even just because it's, come on, it's Balak is speaking. He's worshiping all the gods. Maybe it'll be pleasing in the eyes of the gods, and you will curse him for me from there. Ever hopeful Balak. He's just gotta try, right?
What is it that Michael Scott said? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, strike three.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So Vayomer, third masculine singular imperfect from Amar plus the vav consecutive. Did I say it's an imperfect? It's an imperfect.
Hmm.
Leka is a this is a cal imperative, but it looks weird because it's got that that paragogic hey added to the end of it. So don't let that throw you off. Ekakaka is a this is a cal imperfect first singular with the second singular object suffix. Notice it's from lakach, meaning to take, and you'll notice that the lamed is weak in this verb and a handful of other verbs, but you see it most often here, so it gets easy to recognize, and that is why there is the doggish in the middle radical there in the cove. So yeah, Yishard is a cal imperfect third masculine singular from Yasar, and Kavoto, Vakaboto. So this is also a cal perfect second masculine singular verb with the object suffix, the vav there on the end. And these I think these a lot of times what we call these geminate verbs with the two letters in the ayin and the lamed position, the 2 and the 3 position, they often look a little odd in their formation. So that's how you end up with a kavot or kabot as like your second masculine form. So and it's a vav conjunctive here. No, it's a vav consecutive, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. I think that's all of them.
I struggled with
and-
this use of Yashar because I was reading it this afternoon when I looked over this, and I
Yeah.
was like, Yashar, go
Yeah.
straight in the eyes.
Yeah.
Go straight in the eyes. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's right. This is where
hollowed comes in again, you know?
Yeah, right. So this is the word that it pops up a lot in like Proverbs when instructing people about doing the right thing, about being a righteous men, or the Yesharim. So yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. 28. Vaikach Balak et Bilam Rosh HaPeor Hanishkaf Al Pnei Hayeshimon. Then Balak took Balaam. We don't have like an L here, although we, might expect it just from our general reading. But I don't remember if this happened last week.
Yeah, it did. It's the
Okay.
same kind of construction, right? Although I think in the other one it was the top of the mountain, and then there was the preposition
Hmm.
into the region, right? Where here it's but it's different too because of what's on the end here.
Yeah.
Hanishkov Alpine.
I think the big takeaway for like if you're learning the language, there are going to be lots of times where you're like you'll see in it probably at this stage if you're just learning it you'll not you'll be like, and Balak took Balaam the head of the Peor, and you'll be like, the hell does that mean? And you'll look at your English translation, it'll say to the top of like Peor, and you'll be like, to the top, I don't see
the
any preposition,
preposition there. What's going on?
just let it flow.
Yeah.
Because that like don't go preach a sermon about how 25 what did I say that meme, like 25 PhDs with you know, over
With
the last 30 years or something have translated
oh
this.
my
But
God,
today I'm going to tell you what the Hebrew
it's
really says.
one that Apologia sent us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
90
it'll take some
scholars with
time.
11 PhDs apiece spent 25 years translating this passage. But today I'm going to tell you what the original Greek really says.
You're such an elitist gatekeeper.
I know, right?
God.
What a dick I am, man.
But this is the preposition is not always required. It's definitely this is definitely not common. This is definitely not the norm. You would expect the preposition, but it's totally fine here. So like to the top of the payor or above payor. Now this I don't think this is a terribly common verb.
It's not.
Shakaf. So this is a nifal form. So you can tell by the comments here that this is a participle. So this is a nifal participle, masculine singular from shakaf. Notice that it has the hey. So that's the other sort of giveaway that it's probably a participle because it's being used to attribute something or to stand in to act as an adjective would. So to the top of the payor, which so shakaf is to like look down on something or to overlook something. So which overlooks upon the face of, or that probably actually all I suspect.
Mountain. This is what
goes away.
mountains do. The mountains they just look down
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I
They're just
translate
so
that.
pretentious. They just look down on everybody.
That's what they do. That's how I translate it. One that
And
looks
then
down.
the Yeshimon is like it's a desert or a wilderness or a wasteland or
I think it's actually it is used as a place name. I think, but
yeah.
I not always though.
I suspect
And
here
with the
it's
hay, yeah.
with the hay it's probably not. Notice because just pointing at all this little stuff here, because Yeshimon starts with a vocal shava, you would expect hey, patach, then the doubling dagish here, but the dagish is gone. You might ask, where is it? It's because this vocal shava underneath of it has made it fall out. That's how I think about it. But you often don't get the double dagish above a vocal shava. So, hey, Shimon.
That's good. Yeah.
So, did I get everything? I think I got everything.
I think so. Yep, I think you did.
Cool.
So only two more. Verse 29. Vayomer bilam Balak b'nei li banze shiv'a mitbachot v'hakein li baze shiv'a parim v'shiva elim. So Balaam said to Balak, build for me in this place 7 altars and slaughter for me, kill for me in this place 7 bulls and 7 rams. It's very simple, straightforward stuff. All right, Vayomer, we know. Bin-A is in an imperative. So that's a cal imperative, masculine singular, from bana, meaning to build. And Hakain is a hifil imperative from kana, or no, nakan. Sorry, it's nakan. isn't it? Or is it?
Coon, I think.
Or is it coon?
Yeah,
Oh,
because I think that's why you've got the comments here that lengthened.
yeah, right. I have to look this up.
So I think that's what's so weird about this is that hachein is like to prepare.
See, yeah.
I think
So,
I think you're probably right. The nuance, to prepare.
yeah, you're right. It's coon. Yep.
These things are so weird.
They are. So, and I think, yeah. So yes, Hifil imperative from coon, masculine singular with the vav, with the vav conjunctive, and that's the verbs. So I think that's it.
I feel like we've seen.
The,
My memory's so bad.
It's so. I mean, this is one of the things, right, about the sort of Hebrew prose that you find throughout the Bible. It's really formulaic, and it's really repetitive, and it's it's got a rhythm to it. It's and it makes it nice when you're translating things, because you're just encountering the same expressions with some frequency over and over again. So yeah, it's good.
Let's see, 30. We've got time, don't we? Yeah.
It's last verse. We got 10
Let's
minutes.
see.
We're good. 12. actually.
Vaya'as Balak ka'asher amar bil'am. Vaya'al par va'il b'mizbeach. I would say here, so Balak did just as, or according to, what Balaam said. And I mean, I guess if we wanted to get like technical here, so that maybe with the result that he offered up a bull and a ram on the altar. So
And I think in this, case, you can translate it as each on each altar is
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So.
And we could also, I mean, the yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I want this to be like in that he offered up. He did that in that, but this is definitely the narratival sequence.
Yeah.
So it's just like he did this and he did that. So here, Kal, Vav, consecutive and perfect. They're masculine singular from asa. Notice the first ayin here and the third hey make this thing look weird. So the ya'as, this makes it look just like what a hifil form would look like with a third week.
Yep.
But we know that asa in this context just gonna be a cow. Amar, cow perfect. They're masculine singular from Amar. Vaya'al, here's another one. This is your hifil form. Notice that Vaya'as, Vaya'al, they look, from
basically identical. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like, as you said, it's a situation where, Allah is a verb that occurs with enormous frequency in the Hifil, to the point where when you see it, you just kind of know right away what you're looking at. And asa is one of the most frequently recurring verbs in the Hebrew Bible. I'm interested to know if it actually occurs in the Hifil, but it's so it becomes ubiquitous to the point where as you become accustomed to the language and you're reading these texts, these things are just like it becomes instinct when you see them, because the forms are so common.
And I mean, for the beginner, intermediate, whatever, just try to translate it as the cow, so here, That's probably the easiest thing to do. So like,
Yeah.
and so Balaam did according to everything that, or Balak did everything according to Balaam said, and he went up, and then you'd be like a bull and
Uh,
ram in the altar. Now, if you had like Vaya'al El Ha'ir, and he went up to the city. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. But here it's Par and Isle are functioning as objects. And yeah, like you'll just pick that up from reading it. So yeah, there are these types of clues. Kip's absolutely right. These types of clues that sort of key you in. It's probably a Hiphil.
He made them go up on the altar.
Yeah.
Get up on that altar there, you bull and you ram.
Keep. See little dogs on either side kind of nipping them,
Yeah.
Get up there, little doggy.
But think about this. So this is this is the third mountain now, I think, isn't it?
Oh,
That this is the
I don't
third
know.
time. I wasn't counting, but I think this has been 3 times. But just think about this, right? Every single time now, Balak has killed 7 rams, 7 bulls, sacrificed all of them on 7 altars.
Yep.
And then he does it again.
Yep.
And again. I mean, it just, it's these sorts of things that kind of make me go, come on, guys, this isn't a this is a story.
Yeah.
Right. It's like,
and it's Kip, the stuff that's so interesting to me is one of the nice bits about being an Assyriologist and working with the original tablets that they worked on, or the monuments, stuff that, I mean, you get it sometimes, right, with the inscriptions in Hebrew, but most of the time we're talking about later text traditions and manuscripts. But you don't just ask the question, what does it say? You were talking about this with David Carr. You ask the question, what's it written on? What is that? Like, what's the material culture itself?
yeah.
So, like, I remember I was translating the Basetki inscription once, which is this Akkadian text.
As one does. Yeah.
As one does, is Akkadian text, and it's on this statue base that's broken. It's only partially preserved, and I'm like so focused on the inscription, right, and figuring out exactly how the Akkadian pieces together. And my professor Paul Del Nero, he said, "So, like, what is this inscription like? What's it look like?" And I was like, "Oh, here I pulled out this printout, which was just, like it was zoomed in on the inscription itself, so you could read it, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay, but that's what the inscription looks like. But like, what is it?" And I was like, "Fuck if I know." It's not the thing to say to your advisor. And he was like, "Oh my God, what are you even doing here?" So yeah, but paying attention, and so the reason I say that is like paying attention to 7 bulls, 7 rams. All right, go read Leviticus now, and see, like, for a sin offering or for a whole burnt offering, where does that rank? Is that a sort of like a dime a dozen? Everybody's got a young bull to sacrifice, and certainly everybody's got 7 of them, right? Or is that like really fucking expensive? And then you I don't know, I guess the point is that you start to place this into a broader context, because it brings an additional meaning. You're not just translating what the words say. It's sort of like in what was I thinking about? When we talk about slavery, we say like, oh, he only has to serve for 7 years or something, or he released at the Jubilee. He could be released after 49 years or something. It's it's like, well, Yeah, think about that for a second, right? And those are easier for us to, because we have years, right? But I think being able to sort of think a little more three-dimensionally with the text is really useful. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a very good point. Um, Vadim watches our stuff. Apparently, a lot of our stuff. Uh, so just had to pull that up. I think it sort of reminds me too, right? Like the first uh Dead Sea Scrolls, the photographs of Dead Sea Scrolls that I saw and that I worked with in any capacity, like, I was using a digital platform and like zooming in on these things, right? And I spent so much time looking at the fragments, like you said, like just on this level where you've got it on your screen and everything's nice and big. And I think the very first time I saw them, I was pretty astonished at just
yeah,
how tiny this stuff is. And
yeah,
yeah, it really does. It makes it puts some things into some real perspective. Like one of the manuscripts I worked on, the copy of the War Scroll from Cave 4, the letters are on all under 2 millimeters in height,
wow,
right? Like they're just
yeah,
tiny. So
yeah,
yeah. All right, but we should probably. I got a couple things here that I flagged, just because. So Chuck is one of my Hebrew students. So he hasn't gotten this far yet. He did get some answers in the chat, but I thought we could go over this here again. We talked about it. Um, he was wondering about the interrogative there. Just not expecting any punctuation. Just wondering if it somehow hints a question is being asked, or just discern, imply. No, Chuck. Here we go. That hey appearing at the beginning of the word is the question mark in Hebrew, and we recognize it I recognize it mostly by the Hedepatach underneath underneath the letters. So the composite shava with the patach is the form that it takes, and it's always at the beginning of the word. It's always at the beginning of a sentence, I'm pretty sure, or at least usually
a clause.
a
Yeah,
clause or
if
a
it comes from
clause,
another
right?
one.
So that's what you look for, and that's what it looks like. They're usually, Josh was as Josh was saying, when we went over it, they're usually pretty easy to distinguish from like just a regular definite article, right? So, or yeah.
And if I could, to give everybody, some take heart, a lot of times what happens, and you kind of have to be patient with yourself,
Hmm.
but just translate things woodenly at first, and it'll just start to make sense. So here, what you would do in that sense is you would say, and Balaam answered and said to Balak, the not I said to you, the not, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
the hell is the
Oh,
not?
it must be something else.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how this works, right? And it
Yep.
may be that you're like, I don't know what's going on here. You end up looking at an English translation and you see a question. You're like, oh, that's right. That's that interrogative.
Mhm.
Hey, now I remember. And then it'll happen 25 more times and then you'll get it. So like, don't worry about it.
There you go. Oh, Jennifer Silva's just sent us a generous $10 super chat. Of course, the Assyriologist wants to think three-dimensionally about language.
Well played.
Probably have
Well
the
played.
longevity, the cuneiform. Hopefully, I won't have to be. Hopefully, won't have to be my go-to. Jennifer is getting ready for grad school, so which
Yeah,
reminds me,
that's
I do need to check my academia messages. I'll
for
I'll get on it,
anybody that
Jennifer. I promise.
Right. I'm sure everybody did. It's our audience, but just in case, just the cuneiform is pressed into the clay, so it's 3-dimensional writing. I was
Yeah.
not clever.
Oh.
I wasn't being that clever. But that's she. Yeah, clearly she was. So that's awesome.
And you're very welcome, Chuck.
Oh,
It's a pleasure. Yep.
I need to say this. I'll shoot myself, or I mean, I'll kick myself if I don't. So on the 16th, I think Wednesday, April 16th, we are starting biblical Hebrew readings. So if you have
Ooh.
taken, actually, if somebody can grab the link, I wish I knew how to do that. Maybe I do. I'll try to do it while I'm telling you.
For the
Yeah.
course link?
Yeah. Let's see.
I probably could. I'm
Digital
halfway
Hammurabi
competent.
language.
I can do things.
No, I think let's see. Biblical Hebrew. I just wanted to make sure it's okay. It's not listed yet on the actual site. How do I you know what? I'm gonna tell you, and then I'm gonna go ask Megan to jump in and throw it in the chat real quick because I don't know how to do that. She's got
So
a
there's
link.
an actual link that is not listed just yet.
Right.
So,
But
got it.
basically what we're doing, and I think I've probably closed down my the syllabus, but we're doing 10 weeks of just what we're doing here, what Kipp and I are doing here, but in the classroom setting. And what we're doing is we're reading through 10 different passage a week. And we're going to do narrative, legal text, poetry, Proverbs, like Ecclesiastes, wisdom literature sort of stuff. Like we're going to do sort of a nice broad range of the different genres in the Hebrew Bible. And this is what we'll do. We'll take turns. You prepare the, 6, 8 verses, whatever. And we just take turns and everybody, reads the verse just like we're doing here. And then you parse the verbs. And then you're kind of like, hey, here, look at this interesting grammatical feature, or look at that. So it's designed for people that have taken introduction to Hebrew or have learned Hebrew grammar. Maybe they did that 20 years ago and they're like, God, I'd really like to get back into this a little bit. So it's a very low pressure scenario. It's not like you're being quizzed or something as you read, but it gives you the opportunity to actually work through a text, to prepare a text, and to go through and refresh yourself. So if people are interested in it, I'm going to go downstairs real quick and see if Megan can hop in the side chat and drop that link.
All
So
right.
I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
And I'm going to talk about what's coming up, which is no, not much in the near term. So next week I've got nothing planned, and that is actually by design because we have a federal election coming up, and we've got early voting next week. So I will be I'll be busy. I work the polls every year, every election. So so it's gonna be quiet. But there is stuff coming the following week on Wednesday, 23rd of April. I'm going to be doing a birthday stream, which will be fun. Birthday streams should be fun. So that's coming up next week. Also, today I sat down and had a very nice conversation with Dr. Justin Sledge over at Esoterica, and he assures me that it was so great today. It was so great. So he tells me that that he will have that video out next week. So I'm not doing anything, but my debut on Esoterica will be coming next week in my stead. So that's good. And then Vish and I will be back. Yeah, go.
Did you mention tomorrow?
No, I didn't. Do you want to mention it? You want to?
Yeah, oh yeah,
do it.
we're doing another takedown, recording another takedown for Apologia's channel. It's been in the works for a while, but we
A
have
very
another
long time, and that's all on me.
No, it's not.
Yes.
We have another.
No, come on, dude. It totally is. I don't know how many. Like, if I tracked the number of DMs I have. Hey, did you want to do something with the
Look
apologies?
that
You
you
still
know that
working on the apologies?
look, that might be like some sort of if you weren't doing anything, but I mean, like, my God, you're swamped over there.
I know.
But yeah, we're taking down Stuart and Cliff Connectly. We have emailed Stuart and Cliff now 3 times,
3
I
times.
think. And the last time the first 2 was just me reaching out to Stuart and then reaching out to Stuart and Cliff.
The last time was me just very awkwardly introducing myself. Hi there.
Hi. And the thing is, like, I mean, I hope everybody knows that's not in a very narrow, small group of people that are just highly critical of us. That we're nice people, and there's like we've had these types of conversations with like people like Gavin Ortland and Trent Horn.
Yeah.
It's so that the goal is not to like. And of course, I've had several conversations with Stuart and Cliff in the past publicly. I don't think I mispronounced Apologia. Apologia.
No, it's Pologia.
Oh, you guys. Sorry. I apologize.
Dude, I mean,
sorry, Megan said that she was looking for her laptop so that she could drop
you
it
got to
in
get
there.
this stuff right, dude.
It's not family, it's clan. Mishkapet.
Oh my God, that is so brilliant.
Simone, she's not here tonight, but Simone really loves that one. She repeats it quite often. So, but it's it's great. So yes, we're recording our audio tomorrow for Apologia's for a new video that will be going up on Apologia's channel in the near future. And it's but if you do, Maya, then I'll have less content. I'll have to do like just a total switch here on my on my channel content. What do we do? So but yes, we are recording the audio and hopeful, and Paul's usually pretty good. He's much better turning that stuff around than I am. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So apparently Megan posted that quite a while back.
Oh.
And I
wasn't watching.
So I can't read this. The comment is failed to post to Kipp Davis.
It failed to post. Really?
No, wait. Oh, that's not. No, that's not. Sorry, that's not it.
I don't see anything.
Did she? Do you see anything like that you need to approve?
So I see nothing. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. What if would it work if we just? I mean, I could just do that. I could just pop that into the video description.
Yeah.
I
All right.
guess.
I guess I can do that.
Or
if people email me just right now, if you're interested in it, just email me digitalhammurabi@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot it back to you. Sorry, everybody. I'm sure this is somehow on me. Generally is. So.
All right. Anyway. Well, I think that's it. Cool. It's probably time to get out of here. So
because we've been at this for 9 hours.
9 hours. It's true. So everyone, until next time, Hatikva.